Hello everyone and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I will be doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Libra for the month of June 2025. And this is a general reading, so there may be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we have the Ten of Cups, clarified by the World card. In the obstacle position, we have the Nine of Wands, clarified by the Eight of Swords. In the present position, we have Death card, clarified by the King of Swords. And in the future outcome position, we do have the Six of Cups, clarified by the Knight of Cups. So this is a really interesting spread. This month is kind of like you've never had before. Definitely this month, Libra, you have already, many of you have had new experiences that have given you a new perspective, but definitely there's a big transformation, big change that is starting within you, because you have the Death card as sort of the central card of this spread, and the central theme of this month for you, Libra. This it's all about the way you are looking at things is changing because of the knowledge that you have accumulated, experiences that you have had, and also just the zeitgeist of the moment, because things are kind of being done differently than they were before. But let's start from the beginning. You have the Ten of Cups and the World in the past position, which is a great combination, saying that in the past you did feel fulfilled with your family, whether it is your biological family or the family that you created on your own. You did feel really accepted within this family, and really there was a sense of trust and safety where you could focus on your development and really just overall enjoyment of life you experienced, and that brought, you know, a really strong stability for you. You've built it on a spiritual level. You've learned something new, and so it is kind of like going with you no matter what, no matter how the times change. That stability, that foundation resides very well within you. You've had some dreams come true in the past. You've had some unbelievably amazing experiences with your family. So that is something that brought a lot of peace and satisfaction and fulfillment to you overall as a person. Now, in the month of June, there's clearly some tension that is in the air for you, Libra, because with the Nine of Wands, you are experiencing some setbacks. You thought that the progress would be much more substantial, and you'd be probably, you know, further along than you realize. But I think that the Nine of Wands here is a card that is giving you a moment to pause and to really question whether you need to continue carrying some of the burdens that you have been carrying, and some of those, you know, responsibilities and obligations may be self-imposed. based on old programming and old conditioning. For the month of June, your biggest thing is that you will be doing most of the work on the inside rather than on the outside. There is a Mountain Everest that you can climb, but there's also a Mountain Everest on the inside, which is just as real as the physical one. And so there is some internal discombobulation that is happening. There is some internal tension that is happening because you are kind of revising your self-image, and as a result your picture of life around you is changing. So as you're going through this moment of pause and hesitation, the divine here is helping you integrate more light into your body. The divine here is helping you for your body to like catch up with some of the mind, some of the ideas that you have in your mind, some of the thoughts that have been you've been recently thinking about, so that there's a connection between the transformation of the mind and the body, like it happens all together, so that you stay integrated and very much within your frame and very much grounded, fully aligned, or as aligned as you can possibly be. Again, I ground myself on a daily basis. I always advise looking at the secret video that I posted, which shows the mechanics of energy work, as well as the soul one, because I think that gives a context to some of the things that are going on today. We also, in the present position, we have the Death card, which is the biggest card of transformation, because you are shedding the old way of thinking and you're adopting a new way of thinking. And so you're going through like realizing some of the illusions that you've had going on. And so like it's the death of the illusion that is happening for you in the month of June. You are upgrading your thinking because you got the King of Swords in the clarifying position. You're realizing that you no longer need someone else's approval. You're realizing that you no longer need to doubt yourself as much. There's some big major things that are happening when it comes to realizations for you, Libra, and they are pretty daunting for the body to process. It's almost like, when these realizations happen, it's kind of like similar to processing food. When you eat something, it takes a while for your body to process whatever. And so similar with the mind, the body responds to processing of thoughts, and good thoughts, positive thoughts create a better vibration. Negative thoughts is easier, because sometimes good thoughts take some effort to get into that habit. Drama and negative thoughts is candy for the mind, and so it craves it and looks for it, even though it knows. Just like French fries are not good for you. But it's like, well, I'm feeling emotionally down. If I eat them, they're gonna make me feel better. So you make a compromise, and it's okay to do that compromise once in a while. Very rarely, but not making a habit of it is very, very important. And so yeah, you're going through a transformation when it comes to your thinking, your views, your logic. This illusion that you've been buying into is kind of no longer interesting to you, so you're sort of like bored of it. But yeah, you're looking for some answers in the past because you have the Six of Cups in the future outcome position. The Six of Cups is a card that does bring up the past. Sometimes there are answers in the past. We also see children on this card symbolizing the younger version of you. Not always literally younger, but your thought pattern younger, when you were less aware, when you were less informed, when you were less knowledgeable. So the Six of Cups here is reminding you to follow your heart. You know, best things happen when you do it out of love. So if there's a certain amount of love in whatever you're doing, most likely it's going to bring you happiness and fulfill you. If it's something that you feel you have to do, or your tradition dictates, or your culture dictates, but you don't feel any love in it, circumstances, situations, decisions, whatever it may be, then most likely it's not going to bring you what it is that you're looking for. But the message here is the Six of Cups with the Knight of Cups is follow your heart. You already know the answer. Be childlike, you know, where you're not as guarded and alert and burdened by responsibilities, where you feel free and airy and light, and, you know, remember to protect that, you know, child that lives inside of you, right? Because it brings about the best moments in your life. But let's see what we can clarify with the tea leaf card. Sorry, I'm having difficulty speaking today because I'm just feeling a little under the weather. But I'm almost finished, so let's see what the tea leaf cards say. We have teardrops, great personal sorrow. We also have bird flying, news is on the way. The great personal sorrow relates to something from the past. This isn't happening at the moment. It's something that makes you feel very triggered by, but it's coming from the past. It's not coming from the present. Weeping willow, family sorrow. Yeah, there's something that is related with your family. Maybe you're missing the way things used to be. Maybe there's quite a bit of nostalgia that you're working through in the month of June. But this is something about you know, the past, where your family perhaps was maybe happier or stronger. We also have a bow. You are highly thought of, which is wonderful. And we also have a vine. Seek out information that will help you. But you do have news on the way, and these news are going to kind of perk you up. They're going to make you feel optimistic, looking forward to things, positive. So these news are actually going to arrive just in the nick of time for you. For the Shaman's Dream Oracle card, we actually have two. We've got Drifter, experiencing life as it comes, and Horseman, Herald of Change. Yeah, there's quite a bit of change that is happening, and it's going to be change for the better. As you are releasing the old, this card fell out. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. New things are coming in, so the change is definitely positive. With the Drifter, make sure to go with the flow. Try not to create too much resistance. I'm going to pull one more Angel and Ancestor Oracle card. We have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. This is why you have the change, yeah. Something big is changing in the background, and it's bubbling to the top where you will become aware of it towards the beginning of July. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Libra. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting me, and I'll see you in the next one.